Hey guys, so I've been asked to make a video on warpet skills, passive skills. I know I sort of covered that in the warpet video from like a month ago, but I'm just going to recover the basis. Side note, I just got my Neptune outfit today, so I'm really happy about that. It is broken. It is a, go here, here. This is the ability, Neptune Seal Blade. Damage has a 20% chance to less 100% damage of target's next 2 damages. So in other words, 20% chance to debuff my target so that their next 2 attacks do 0 damage. It's awesome. So good. Alright, so to talk about what we're actually going to be talking about. Warpets, passives, skills. So to start off with, the most important abilities that you can get in this game would be Rescue 2, so purple. When Master deals damage, 4.5% chance to restore 1% of the max HP for 7 seconds. So every time you do damage, you have a chance to heal yourself. And then Blessing 2. When Master deals damage, chance to restore 1% max HP for 7 seconds. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, they're both the same thing. Yep. Alright, they must have changed that because it used to be one when you receive damage and one when you do damage, but now they're both when you do damage. And then the third most important ability would be Arcanum. Master gains 50% Spiritus energy in combat. So as soon as you go into combat, you gain 50% of your ultimate, which is 50 points. You need 100 points of your ultimate to cast your ultimate. So this just starts you off right in the beginning. Alright, and then what you want to gun for is these guys. So Hawkeye, when Master takes damage, escape the damage and triggers invulnerability for 2 seconds, 15-second cooldown. And then Iron Will 3, Master deals damage, 10% chance to gain invulnerability for 5 seconds. There's no cooldown on that one. So this one would technically be better than this one. But this one is when you take damage, and then this one is when you do damage. So honestly, having both of them is a great combination. They proc a lot. And then, let's see. And then it's going to be basically what your character is. So I'm a warrior, so all my damage is physical. Because my damage is physical, I want physical damage increases. So Brute Force 2, when Master initiates an attack, physical damage increased by 15%. Initiating attack, again, is when you first hit your target. So every time I charge in, I give myself a buff for 15% physical damage for 5 seconds. It just helps me with my opener damage. And then that's the only physical damage buffer I have on currently. This one everybody should have. It should be really easy to get. If you don't have it, just wait for it to come out on another event. It should be really easy. Cast skills deals 7% extra damage. So all your abilities do 7% more. Perfect. This one's another one that should be easy to get. I believe it's out right now. When Master takes damage, 30% chance to inflict rupture upon the enemy player for 10 seconds. Takes damage of 6% of Master's HP with each offensive skill once per 20 seconds. Basically, it just dramatically increases the amount of damage you're doing when you take damage and deal damage. Then we have Combo. Oh, I'm sorry. Combo is what's out right now, not Rupture. Okay. Well, what combo does is it resets the cooldown of your offensive abilities. Every time you do damage, you have a 10% chance of resetting your cooldown. I have literally done charge after charge after charge after charge. It's like I can use it to dodge. It's really nice. And then another one that I do really like is Verdict. So when Master's HP is above 50%, critical boost plus 40%. So that's just a huge damage increase. And it's going to really help you in things like Endless Tower, where you honestly should not be taking a lot of damage, but you need to be able to do a lot of damage. This is a good power boost right here. Oh, damage boost. Then things that I really like, just it's a side thing. You don't really need it. It's not going to do much for you. It's just really nice to have. Super haste. When you attack, 10% chance to boost your movement speed by 100% for 7 seconds. Procs while you're mounted. Procs off your Bi Spirit. You can fly. It is amazing. And then this is remnants of my tank build. So I had a bunch of these passive skills in. This is an example. When Master's HP is below 40%, reduce damage taken by 20%. So I just got a more damage reduction, an additional 20% damage reduction, which is nice. And that about covers my current warpet. Now I want to show other things. So let's see here. Okay. Note that these are all blue, and blue honestly isn't good. So let's talk about quality real quick. Since I have different qualities up, I actually have all three. So we have a blue quality, which is the basic quality of an ability. Then we have a purple quality, which is the second tier. If you notice, they're numbered. One doesn't have a number, then one has 2, and then it's going to say 3 next to the orange. Okay, maybe not in this description. But obviously, the higher the quality, the more power you're going to receive for your power rating. So honestly, you should try. What I do is to unlock, because when you first get your warpet, you don't have all your passives unlocked. What I did is I took a bunch of these blue ones and I just spammed them, and I wouldn't care if they went in or not into a new slot, and I would just try and unlock everything. And once I unlocked everything, I then took my purples and the ones that I wanted, like rescue, and I put those in to, sorry, I was reading the rescue again. I put those into the slots that I want them to be in. All right, so real quick, so wisdom is the magic version of brute force. So if you get it up to tier 2 purple version, it's going to be 15%, not 7%. And this is for magic damage. So mages and puppeteers should be using wisdom. I would not recommend physical damage for puppeteers because you only have 2 attacks that are physical. And let's see here. Then we have Flash. So Flash is good. Flash is easy to get the orange version. I wouldn't recommend trading blue Flash for a purple or anything like that. It's not that important. When you take damage, 3% chance of removing your dodge cooldown, which is nice, so you can dodge multiple times, helps you get out of places. Endeavor. So this is one of the abilities I used to run for my tank build, which is when my HP is above 90%, damage dealt. Oh, excuse me. I was not running this for my tank build. I am mixing them up with something else, but my damage dealt would be increased by 7%. That's actually decent if it was purple. So that's a good damage booster. And then you have resilience, which also increases your damage dealt by 10%. Did they just change these things on me? I feel like they changed a lot of them, because a lot of them used to be damage reduction. Resilience used to be damage reduction. Yeah. And same with Endeavor. Used to be damage reduction. Why did they... Oh, man, now I gotta... Basically, okay, well, I just want to put this out there. Tank build sucks. It's not going to do anything good for you. The damage reduction scales terribly. You will not see a difference. You will see a huge difference out of damage increasing. So any ability that can increase your damage overall is going to be benefit for you. And then you just want to pay attention to what type of damage it is increasing. And then reducing damage. So there's a lot things like barrier, which is reduces magic damage taken by percentile when your HP is below 50%. That's not... Don't waste your time on barrier. Don't waste your time on the physical damage reduction as well. Now the silence can be useful unless you're using something like Margaret, the warpet, who charges and stuns and silences. When you silence somebody, it makes it so they can't use any of their abilities. That is a warpet ability as well, and ultimate ability as well. So everything would not be able to be used when you can cast when you silence them. The blue version is garbage. 3% chance isn't really gonna benefit you that much. Let's see, what else do I have that I could show you guys? So that's all I have right now. There's other things. Oh, well, the most important thing that you need, and I don't have it, and I regret not having it right now. Oops. But if I go to berries, warpet, go to skills, go to passives. Here we go. Purge. So when you get stunned, well, a negative effect, so stun, silence, whatever, bleeds, poisons, anything like that, you become immune to all effects for 2 seconds, removing all negative effects or restoring 1% max HP per second for the next 10 seconds. So that's 10% of your HP. That ability, flat out, is the most overpowered ability in the game. Everybody should be running Purge. It makes it so that if you get stunned, you're basically getting healed, and then you can't be stunned for 2 seconds, get knocked down, whatever it is, it helps you significantly. I'm not running it because I accidentally got rid of it, and they're also really, really rare to get. So if you do get a Purge at any quality and you don't have Purge yet, try and get it in. Another one is Blood Pact. So depending on your helmet, honestly, if you have a healing helmet at all, Blood Pack is beneficial. So when your HP is below 30%, instantly restore 7% of your max HP once per combat. So it's basically a last resort. You're about to die. You get a big, huge heal, puts you back up. Until you leave combat, you saved yourself at least once. Okay? Let's see. Here's the Flash, the better version of Flash, and I'll show you in a second how to get this version. When Master takes damage, 10% chance of removing the cooldown of dodge skills. That one's worth getting if you have it. There's honestly better things, and I would not prioritize Flash over anything else. It's just if you have it, if you need an orange ability, and you're not worried about taking out anything else, that's definitely the skill to get. If you notice, Barry is running both damage shields ability, the 50% Spiritus energy, haste. She has combo reset. She has 7% damage outright. She has rupture. And she has purge. Actually, honestly, honest to God, hers is basically perfect. The Blood Pact. The only thing in hers that I me personally would consider is changing Flash for a tier 2 damage increase. Anything that's going to give me a damage increase. Like, for instance, crap, I forgot what it's called. Hey, here we go. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Skills, passives. This one. I love brute force. The main reason why I like brute force is because every time I see that buff on my character bar, I know that I just did an initiative attack. That means I know my legs just hit for 2.8% of the HP because I did an initiative attack. I know that if I have any kind of gear that does additional damage on initiative attacks or does anything special on initiative anything, I know that if this buff is up, that means all that stuff just registered and that everything that's supposed to happen on my character based off initiative attacks has happened. And then if I'm continuously getting this buff, that means I'm doing something right. I'm continuously stacking my 15% damage buff. On top of that, I'm doing extra damage to my targets, etc. So that for me is a good key indicator. I would, for my build here, I would love to change this, the damage reduction, to either a damage increase or purge. Purge is honestly my #1 choice, but either way would be good. So my stuff's not perfect. Barry's is pretty much perfect.
Pretty much it is.
I would get rid of Flash.
Fuck you, I love Flash.
Barry loves Flash. I am totally willing to get rid of it. I don't even have it, actually. Just want to check one thing. Passives, what does she have?
Didn't you have it before? Double dodging.
Yeah, I used to have it. So Carly has Purge, has damage increase, has shield, does not have Iron Will. So then this thing procs all the time because she always has shields up. She has Flash. She has Bloodthirst. So she has a lot of healing, a lot of ultimate. She has both the heals, and then she's running Wisdom to increase her magic damage by 15%. So yeah, hers is great too. So she has her own version of it. Honestly, you probably don't even need to double stack the damage and vulnerability, but if you can, I don't see anything against doing something like that. And because I told you guys I would show you how to get Flash, if you go to store, go to exchange, and then you're going to go right here, Flash, 10. So you need 10 of those, which are the Galaxy Warlord mount pieces, which you can always buy in the store, Galaxy Warlord pack. Sometimes it will also just flat out give you the Flash. Here, I'll buy one just for shits. And go here. Use. But it does not always give you what you want. Obviously, I got Fuse Stones. So I want to buy another one. Because it'd be really cool to buy one and get something good out of it. Like, just give me one. Give me Flash. Nope. Alright, I give up. But, yeah. You guys get it. You can see how it works. And if you have any questions, comments, whatever, let me know. I'm going to go kill some people in Cross Server Arena. See you guys.